Hello everyone and welcome to Credit Finance. 78% and SNAP benefit, otherwise known as food stamp. The surprising announcement just released. I have all the details and what you need to know right here on the video. So let's get right into it. I know in this video we are specifically focusing on SNAP benefits, also referred to as food stamp, and a new report that was just released showing just how broken this program really is and their plan to permanently raise benefit for the roughly 43 million beneficiaries all across the country with a proven way that have already done, and they already know this is a very effective and very positive for the beneficiaries. They know it works and they want to bring it back permanently for the millions of beneficiaries. So let's get into it and talk through the details and what they have their slaves for the SNAP benefit program really fast. So now before we get started, if you are interested in latest news regarding stimulus, child tax credit, SNAP, p-ebt and everything in between, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. So let's talk about what they are talking about as far as this new announcement that was released in regards to the SNAP benefits program and how this program is massively broken, as well as what they want to do changes. This all right, let me talk you through the details about this. There's a bunch of numbers here that I want to share with you, but again this will better illustrate just how broken this program really is, and again in just a minute here I will share the updates and the ideas they have up their sleeves, which they have already done for over 3 years, and they know this is a very effective approach and it changed the livelihood of millions of SNAP beneficiaries is in an awesome way. So alright, first off, let me tell you the details of this report, and I also want to throw on some numbers here that I have calculated for you so we can better understand and paint a much more clear picture of what this actually means. Alright, so here what they found, this is a new report that went out. They found that 78 of the counties in the United States, so 78 of counties across the entire United States, SNAP benefit do not even provide enough benefit to provide a moderately priced meal in 78 of the counties across the country. You might be wondering how many counties are there. Don't worry, I look it up for you. 43 counties across the entire United States. In fact, the average state has about 63 counties across the each individual state. That's the average. So basically what I did is I took 43 divided by 50 states, came up with just under 63 counties on average per state. What this simple means is that across the entire country, 43 counties, 78 of that would simply means that out of the 43 counties, 2,451 of them do not provide enough benefit to actually buy a moderately priced meal. In these 2451 counties get this. Of all the counties, 3,143, only 691 of them actually have enough SNAP benefit to buy a moderately priced meal in 691 of the counties. So basically what this simply means is that with all the counties across all the state is on average only 11 counties per state basically provide enough SNAP benefit to buy a moderately priced meal. Does all that kind of make sense? A lot of numbers there, I know, but seriously, that's crazy right there. So basically the vast majority of counties across the entire country, in fact only 22% of them, SNAP benefit have enough benefit for someone to go out and buy a moderately priced meal. That's not, that show is right there. This program and these benefits are way under where they really need to be and what is actually going on right now. So I thought that would be a kind of crazy right there. Anyway, let's talk about the details as far as what they want to do, permanently raise these benefits for the 43 million plus beneficiaries, because this is something that they did for well over 3 years and they found it was very effective. It is the extra allowments. Let me talk you the details really fast about that because this is an interesting concept. So remember this much, starting in 2020 with everything going on at this time they implemented a new extra allowance. Remember guys that basically it was going out to all the beneficiaries at first, and then they kind of slowly winded that down over the course of a long time. But basically what happened is beneficiaries who were not at the maximum household size got bumped up to the maximum household size those noodles, and so they were already getting the maximum hustles size were getting an extra 95 on top of that. So they found that benefits were much higher, and the beneficiaries were much better off as a result of this extra benefit boosting up their benefits, allowing them to get enough food or at least more one a month basis. Doesn't mean that it was not necessarily enough for what they needed, but at least it was more. And then in March of this year 2023 they dropped off the extra allowance. Well, they found that during the 3 years of time that extra allowance was in place, actually to be real, it was actually more than 3 years. But from those roughly 3 years of time that the extra allowance was in place, they found that was dramatically changed the livelihood of the SNAP beneficiaries and allowed them to buy healthier food option, to eat more, actually have enough meal on the table and stuff like this. They found it to be incredibly helpful for the millions of beneficiaries. Well, then the extra lot being dropped off and people were losing hundreds of dollars a month as a result of the extra allowance ending. I saw down below in the comment section. In fact, I read a report on this. I don't know, a few months ago, something like that, but they basically said that the average beneficiaries lost it was about $186 a month. Some people lost hundreds of dollars a month because of the extra allowance being ended. That was a major discrepancy right there, and basically what they want to do is some of these lawmakers are suggesting. But wait, there's this hanger cliff, there's this massive discrepancy in benefit based on how much they actually need to buy. Moderately priced meals and actually healthy food option, things like this. Again, you have seen me talk about it before other videos, but what they want to do is they want to permanently implement the extra allowance. In other words, they want to actually call it the extra allowance anymore. They basically just bump benefit up by 95 or boosting those benefits up to the maximum household size for millions of beneficiaries, just like they did with the extra allowance. So they essentially want to bring back the same concept, but rather than having it temporary and have it being called an extra alignment, they just want to bump this up and have a permanent change to the SNAP benefits program. This is what some lawmakers want. However, we all completely recognize whatever lawmakers want does not necessarily mean it's actually going to happen. Right, we have seen that happen many times before. Lawmakers want this, they want talk about this, they purpose that they write legislation for something a lot of time. It doesn't happen just because they want something. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen for sure, but this is something they have talked about, and especially over the last several months here, where we have heard so much about this hunger cliff and all these beneficiaries relying on food pantries and food banks and crunches. And places like this, to go and get the necessary amount of food they need, or simply not having food and just saying, well, I guess I get one meal today. They're simply saying, these lawmakers, that this is not acceptable. Well, they are the one that came up with the policies, so you know what I mean. They are the ones that could change it, right? They have the power to change this. So anyway, pretty interesting stuff. I thought this report was very interesting when I read through the details about the showing basically that 22% of counties across the entire United States, somebody with SNAP benefits can buy something within these 22 counties, a moderately priced meal. The other 78 account is food prices are so expanded above and beyond where they were just a few years ago that SNAP beneficiaries can no longer even buy a moderately priced meal in 78 of the counties. That's 2451 of the 30 43 counties in the United States. So that's all the update that I have for today. Remember to turn on your notification button to know when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.